Hi, I'm Charles. I own and direct Kaleidoscope Rock Academy and Kaleidoscope School of Music here in the Seattle area. And this is a quick video where I'm going to do a comparison between 4 different amplifiers that I have here in our school's band room. And the basic theme is, can you tell the difference, or what is the difference between modeling amps, because I've got 3 different ones here, and a Mesa Road King. I would say Mesa Boogie, I guess this one technically just says Mesa. A Mesa Road King 4-channel tube amp. This 125 watt or 120 watt amp. I've got a speaker here on the floor. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of all the amps real quick, and I'm going to play what I consider like a good hard rock patch of my own design. I always dial in things myself. I don't use any of the standard presets and any of the modeling stuff. And I'm going to play End of the World by Gary Moore off his Corridors Power album, early 80s, just because Gary Moore is cool and more people should listen to him. So that's going to be my my comparison song or riff. And I'm going to use my Godin TC, which is a customized Godin telecaster made in Canada, customized with Tom Anderson pickups made in California, which I had put in there. And so that's going to be the standard guitar for all 4 amps. And then let's take a quick tour of the amps in question. So first we've got a Blackstar. This is what I use when I run band classes for my own signal, because I don't need to switch very often. I'm not actually performing with kids. I'm just directing them, giving them hints on stuff. So this is an ID Core Stereo 100. It's the biggest Blackstar modeling amp. I had their 40 watt one, but it kind of didn't really compete enough with the drummer, so I got this one. I really like the tone of this amp. I don't think I'd use it for a show because the pedalboard options are kind of limited, but it is, you know, if you have a simple approach, just needing a couple sounds, it would work as a band amp as well. Then over here we've got the Spark amp by Positive Grid, which is kind of designed more for like playing in your own home and or recording, but I think it sounds super amazing. It's tiny, it's the cheapest of these 3 amps, but we'll see what it sounds like. Then of course we've got the Mesa Road King 4-channel amp I've had since 2004. It's a full tube amp. It's got 4 different channels. We'll probably be using the 3rd channel, which is kind of like the kind of standard rock overdrive channel. And then I've got a Spider V, which is one of our rock band amps that kids use. I've got 3 different Line 6 setups for the 3 different guitarists in each band. I actually really dig this amp. I did have to deal with some programming to get it the way I wanted it to sound. It did not sound great. But when I try out amps, I sit in stores. So I sat at Guitar Center for 2 hours and reprogrammed one of these until I felt like I could ascertain whether it would give me what I needed. And the answer was yes. I've seen a lot of complaints about them online, but I wonder how much of that's just people not taking the time to get the presets tweaked to their own liking. So those are the 4 amps we're going to deal with. Okay, so I've got the Godin TC here. My thought in this video is it's really kind of more of a teaser video on this topic. I'm only going to compare one basic type of sound in each amp. I'm not really going into how I program modeling amps. Just more of like, what's the basic sound difference? Can we tell? And if you guys want to see more specific things about amps and demoing them against each other, then let me know, and I will follow up with some more detailed stuff. So we've got, first we've got the Blackstar here. So the mic I'm using for this is a Sennheiser 609 Silver, E609 Silver. Looks like that. It's actually this side that faces the amp. I'm going to hang it on each one of the amps. I know some of these amps have a direct line, but we're going to keep it all equivalent by hanging the mic on each amp a little bit off center of the speaker. So here's the Blackstar. Okay, so here's riffing right If I try the other overdrive setting on this amp, crank the volume and the gain up a little bit. This knob on that amp, it's called the ISF. I'm not really sure exactly what it does. It's one of those kind of character type knobs. Okay, so that was the Blackstar. Now we're going to move on to the Spark. This amp has such a small grill that you actually can't really hang a mic on it the same way you would with other amps because it's really tiny. So we're going to tape it on about in the same position where it was on the Blackstar. Okay. That's a distortion sound I made on the Spark. I can kick the gain up a little bit more. Okay, so that was the Spark amp. Not making any real judgments yet here. So moving along down my line, we're going to go to the, maybe we'll do all the modeling amps in a row. So we're going to jump over to the Spider V. So that's what the Spider V sounds like, and then last, and hopefully not least, the really expensive one. Okay, save the lick, here we go. Channel 3 on vintage mode. Let's put it on modern mode. That makes it a lot louder. Gain up a little bit on that channel. It's really noisy, of course. Our super quick little shootout between those different amps. My questions would be, can you tell the difference? What sounds better, what sounds worse? Is there something about the tube amp that makes it preferable even at that price point and weight? Like the thing weighs like better part of 100 pounds. If you're going to a gig, you're lugging the Mesa and a cabinet around. Is that worth the difference in sound between the Mesa and these much more portable, straightforward modeling amps? I would certainly say from a durability perspective, this amp is 17 years old just fine. I've never had any of this modeling stuff last that long. So, you know, obviously there's a reason right there, but from a standpoint of like getting a tone that you want in the studio, what would you use? So I'm really curious what you all think. Definitely leave a comment as to which amp you preferred and why. I do think that sometimes the modeling amps sound better because they have some built-in noise gate and compression kind of as just like part of the circuitry of the presets or the sound design of the presets. That is something that we're kind of used to hearing on live recordings now, and I think with the Mesa on the modern mode cranked up, it sounds very raw and kind of almost uncontrolled in a good way. And the other ones sound much more smooth and contained. But just curious what you think, so let me know, and maybe we'll do a more involved shootout next time. Thanks for watching.